XRP is going to witness the most significant change in history. This coin has been showing signs of breaking the dollar mark, and with good reason. This crypto is about to head straight to the moon. A lot has happened over the weekend, and some of the facts are hidden in plain sight. Yep, guys, Ripple is publicly showing you what is about to happen. But honestly, most of us do not see it. But don't worry, this channel will ensure your eyes are always wide open. That said, let's roll that intro. Hello everyone, and welcome to MoneySide, your favorite crypto news channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you get updates when we drop our new videos. That will ensure you don't miss out on any of the latest news. And to my MoneySide fam, welcome back. Don't forget to smash that like button if you found this video informative. Recently, Ripple has announced open positions in their company, asking any qualified candidate to apply and join the team. That's a pretty bold step, and I honestly say good for them. Ripple seems to be on the verge of growing their company, which is a really awesome thing. But now for the eye-opener. I want to show you something that I'm sure you clearly missed. Yep, guys, and the best part, it's all in front of our eyes. When you go to the available jobs section on Ripple's official page, did you notice that most open positions are in the US? Yes, I understand that Ripple's headquarters is based in the US, but considering their current lawsuit, don't you think it's a bit unusual? Now hear me out. If Ripple was going to lose, why then would they be looking to hire more people? That doesn't make sense. But what if Ripple and its legal team already knew they are about to win, and the case is only being stalled only to show that the regulatory body did a good job? Meaning XRP is about to head to the moon and no one can stop this coin. A tweet that also caught our attention was this one by John Deaton, where he says, "I tweeted this 6 months ago. Add Gary Gensler's recent comments along with Hester Peirce's public criticism of the SEC and now the pending infrastructure bill going after crypto, and it's clear our fear and prediction of the U.S. falling behind the rest of the earth, globe, Americas, is a done deal. The only thing that the lawsuit against Ripple is achieving is slowing down the future of America's crypto adoption. That also includes the delay in crypto regulations. Unfortunately, the current case mainly affects crypto traders in the US. What do I mean? XRP is only banned in the US. That's because other countries continue to trade XRPs, while others are going to the extent of signing a contract with Ripple. What's more, all this is happening even as the SEC lawsuit is ongoing. And that's not all. XRP is also expanding to NFTs, and an article that was published on Forecast.news says more about that. As the SEC v. Ripple Labs lawsuit drags on in the U.S. courts, San Francisco-based payments technology company Ripple Labs continues looking outward for opportunities in other areas and on other shores. In its latest business expansion, Ripple is looking to bring non-fungible tokens to the XRP ledger as it seeks to tap into the lucrative and growing NFT market, as well as expand its on-demand liquidity ODL payments business around the world. David Schwartz, Ripple's chief technology officer, said in a Ripple Drop video this week that while collectibles are the biggest NFT use case today, he sees a lot of potential for NFTs in other areas. A lot of us have sort of bundles of digital rights, like movies or songs that we purchased, books that you may have, or a Kindle, and they're typically tied to services that have monthly fees, Schwartz said. So there's an interesting future use case of allowing people to sort of be their own custodians of their digital rights. The XRP ledger has a number of features that make it very desirable for NFTs, including low cost and high speed, Schwartz said. XRP is also directly available on the ledger, so a user doesn't need to go to another ledger to make the payment. Federated sidechains, blockchains that operate alongside other blockchains, could be available for the XRP ledger in the coming months and expand use cases for the XRP ledger, Schwartz said. The XRP ledger can handle well over 1,000 transactions per second, but that's a finite limit. And if you're imagining future use cases, you know millions of NFTs or something, you can exceed that limit because each federated sidechain has its own transaction volume. Ripple is also exploring supporting decentralized finance, DeFi, but that probably won't happen until next year, Schwartz said. There's little to no support for DeFi on the XRP ledger. You could have a sidechain to the XRP ledger, which you could have the same assets and you would have access to DeFi functions, Schwartz said. Seeing real centralized federated sidechains to provide features like DeFi is probably more like 6 to 9 months away. Despite its legal troubles in the United States, Asia Pacific has been a bright spot for Ripple, with the company reporting remarkable growth in the region. Brooks Entwistle, Ripple's managing director for Asia Pacific, said in a Ripple Drop video that RippleNet transactions in the region grew 10 times in 2020, driven by the use of ODL for cross-border remittances, and he foresees more growth in the region for Ripple. Last month, Ripple announced that it was partnering with SBI Remit, Japan's largest money transfer provider, mobile payments service Coins.ph, and digital asset exchange platform SBI VC Trade to use XRP for remittances between Japan and the Philippines. Ripple has also partnered with Australian securities exchange listed Novati, a digital banking and payments company, to use Ripple's ODL for cross-border payments and remittances between Australia and the Philippines through iRemit, a Filipino-owned remittance service provider. According to Ripple's second quarter 2021 XRP markets report, daily volume for XRP increased significantly in the second quarter of 2021 from the first quarter, quarter one, with average daily volume reported doubling to $4.49 billion US in quarter two from $2.26 billion US in quarter one, according to a Crypto Compare top tier CCTT data. Total XRP sales by Ripple, net of purchases, was $157.92 million US in quarter two, compared to $150.34 million US in quarter one, and accounted for 0.04% of global XRP volume. 3 billion XRP, 1 billion XRP per month were released out of escrow in quarter two, like in previous quarters, Ripple reported. In total, 2.7 billion XRP were returned and subsequently put into new escrow contracts. XRP started the year at 0.22 US and reached a high of $1.84 US on April 15th. XRP is currently trading at 73 cents US as of publishing time, according to CoinGecko data. Also this week, U.S. Magistrate Judge Sarah Netburn granted Ripple Labs CEO and lawsuit co-defendant Brad Garlinghouse's request to obtain information on his XRP transactions from Cayman Islands Incorporated Binance Holdings Limited. Garlinghouse had asked the court to issue a letter of request for international judicial assistance so that he could obtain information on his account and XRP transactions made on Binance as evidence to bolster his defense. Garlinghouse's latest motion follows a similar request he and fellow co-defendant Chris Larsen, the executive chairman of Ripple, made to 16 foreign cryptocurrency exchanges, including Hong Kong-based exchanges Bitfinex, Bit4X, and Huobi, which the court granted. Last December, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission filed a lawsuit against Ripple, alleging that its sale of XRP was an unregistered securities offering worth over $1.38 billion US. The SEC also named Garlinghouse and Larsen as co-defendants for allegedly aiding and abetting Ripple's violations. The SEC has alleged that Garlinghouse, who has served as Ripple's CEO since January 2017 and was the company's chief operating officer from April 2015 to December 2016, sold over 357 million XRP he had received from Ripple to public investors in the market, generating approximately $159 million US from those sales. Garlinghouse and Larsen have argued that their sales of XRP were overwhelmingly made on cryptocurrency exchanges located outside the United States and have filed motions to dismiss the SEC's amended complaint. The SEC's failure to allege domestic offers and sales should be fatal to its claims for the reasons set out in Mr. Garlinghouse's motion to dismiss, wrote Matthew Solomon, one of Garlinghouse's defense attorneys. If this case were to proceed past that stage, however, the discovery that Mr. Garlinghouse seeks will be relevant to demonstrating that the offers and sales that the SEC challenges did not occur in this country and are not subject to the law that the SEC has invoked in this case. Ripple is making steps in the right direction, and this company is becoming virtually unstoppable. Pretty soon, the SEC will have to concede defeat and go with a settlement to finish up this lawsuit. And when that happens, this coin will skyrocket overnight. That said, time to take a look at the technical analysis. Now we're looking at the daily perspective. XRP has been through a lot of hate and troubles over the last year, but it has still managed to keep its place in the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap. Over the past few weeks, the overall market has started a strong revival off lows set in July. At the time, most coins were down nearly 60 to 80% from their highs set in May and April. That now is changing, and XRP has been reviving fairly strongly as prices are up nearly 70% from its low of 50 cents. XRP printed a clear-cut double bottom formation from June to July. This is a bullish sign that a local bottom is surely in, and since then, XRP has risen over 20 cents. At the time of writing, XRP is toying with its major resistance zone of 77 to 83 cents. XRP must fully break and hold this zone for the price to reach the given targets. If this is deemed successful, expect XRP to surge around 91 cents at first. This area is met with major resistance at 89.5 cents, the 100 days MA, along with a long-term trend line. This will be a true test for the bulls, as clearing all these marks will surely set the stage for $1 plus. As always, trade safely, guys. Please keep in mind we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. Tell us what you think in the comments section below and let's have a conversation. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and click on that subscribe button below. Turn on notifications so you get informed whenever we post our amazing content. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video.